Hey, welcome to Half the Battle.
Well, I asked if you wanted to see more toy art talk.
And the response was a resounding yes, so here we are.
But before we get started, I want to give a shout out to 3djoes.com. This isn't a paid advertisement or anything, but they let me use stuff from their site in my videos. File cards mostly, since a lot of mine are European ones. And they have a great site. They also sell G.I.Joe art books and stuff, so check them out. They need that store to keep the lights on, so to speak.
Anyway, once again, we're going back to the beginning of my show.
The AVEC and the Terrordrome was my first review, and the second toy one was Ace, so here we are. Meet the Skystriker box art. This toy was released in 1983 with all original art, and it's another freaking big one.
Look at the size of this thing!
And it's another great drawing. Of course, there's not quite as much going on as on the Terrordrome box, because that was an entire base in operation, and this is quote-unquote only a jet fighter, but there's still stuff happening.
And some of it is weird.
For one thing, Ace, the pilot, is looking down to check something below him, I guess. I wouldn't mind this, but the jet is firing a rocket at the same time, so his eyes should really be on the console.
Or maybe not.
It's actually the radar intercept officer's job, you know, the guy in the back seat, airborne in this case, to guide the missile after it has been fired. Yeah, I had to spend like an hour figuring out what the guy in the back seat of an F-14 actually does.
And let's just say he does a lot.
Unlike, say, with an F-16, which also has two seats, but the second seat is only there to train new pilots.
Okay, enough of that tangent, back to the cool picture.
And the second weird thing is, this painting is a little too toy accurate. By which I mean the plane has the lever on top that you push to adjust the wings. I have it on reasonable good authority, real F-14 Tomcats didn't have this. The pilot did not have to go out and push a lever on the back of his plane.
Sure would have made Top Gun a whole lot weirder.
So, a very toy-accurate drawing. Except for the rear fins, which are black, while they are white on the toy. Yeah, they must have been working off a prototype, and so did the cartoon series, where the fins were also black. No sign of the lever though.
Moving on, there's a sneaking bit of marketing on the box.
Yeah, there's a second Skystriker in the background. Hey kids, why not buy two? I don't get it. I mean, what kid would get two Skystrikers? I mean, kids would want to, sure, but I think the parents would put a hard no on that. Lastly, for a bit of trivia, there are two names right under the canopy. The front one reads J. Brad Armbruster. That's actually Ace's real name, so that's fine. But the radar intercepts officer's name is Wayne Ruthell. And that's not Airborne's real name. Yeah, he's called Franklin Taltree. In fact, there's no G.I. Joe character with the name Wayne Ruthell.
So, who the hell is this guy?
Well, it's an in-joke. If you switch the first and last letters of the surname, you get Wayne Luther, who was a Hasbro employee at the time. Another mystery solved by me and only me. Overall, this is another beautiful piece of art depicting a great action scene. So, I think we're done here.
But once again, since I've got the box here anyway, let's take a look at the total package.
That's not what I meant, and you know it. Forgive me for going a little Bob Ross, but there's a happy little drawing on the front depicting Airborne using the ejector seat and parachute. Look how happy he is! He's even waving!
Me, I'd be screaming in terror, but then again, I'm not on the Joe team.
Now for the other sides of the box.
Some of you may have noticed, but I have the French version, and it's significantly different from the American one.
The front has a more digitized looking explosion effect that you see behind basically every piece of G.I. Joe box or card art of the time. All European cards have this.
The main differences, however, are on the sides and back.
The back of the American one has a beautiful drawing of the plane, along with the seat parachute and Ace. You can also see this is a drawing of the prototype with the black fins. The European one has a photo of the Skystriker itself, as well as the parachute and Ace. And you'll note this is the actual toy, not a prototype.
That's because in Europe, G.I. Joe toys tended to come out like a year after their American release.
so they could use photos of the actual toys on the back of the boxes. None of the European boxes I've ever seen had the drawings. Also, the file card is printed on the box itself. By the way, this delay also meant we never got early production variants like, say, Zarana with earrings.
By the time we got them, the final designs were already locked in.
That's also why we only ever got one version of the Steel Brigade figure, not like the 3 or 4 other variants America got. As for the sides, the American one has photos of the prototype, the Euro one has the real toy. And instead of drawings of the missile's chair and landing gear, we also got actual photos. I'm honestly not sure which I like better.
How about all of you? Do you prefer the drawings or actual photos? Let me know in the comments below.
And that was the Skystriker box. All in all, another fantastic piece of art, with some quirks. Credit once again to Hector Garrido for creating these. And I want to thank 3D Joes again for allowing me to use some of their pictures in my videos.
Well, I'll see you next time, everybody. And hey, why not like, share, and subscribe if that's your thing?